I want to thank Toronto for raising me to love movies.
Hello,
Everyone has a big imagination. All of us do.
This is exciting. My first film to premiere here at the Toronto Film Festival. It's an exciting night.
You are the most globally exciting festival in the world.
He's a great actor, great artist, and also a wonderful man. It was great to work with him. It was it's such an honor to be a director and having to see this man, icon, and one of the greatest actors of his generation, perform so close to you and see it happening. You're looking at your little video monitor and he's there, and then you say cut, and he's that great man who's there, and was very inspiring, I think, for all of us. And it was just a great honor.
For me, it's, when the deeper you get into like the character and you start to look into the world, you don't see it from the outside perspective anymore. And I realized that the thing that I needed to understand and to find was the love to Eric Deeds. Because he's a part of that world, like the criminal, like the dark, like the kind of the violence and the destructive. It's like a scene of people doing things that are kind of desperate, and I needed to understand her love for him, because that's where everything starts, and that's what he's the one that puts the puppy in my trash that leads you to me, and so. And then, when you start to look into it, and then you see colors, you think it's black and white, and all of a sudden you start to see colors in a person, and, it becomes, you realize that it's much more.
See, that's not true. I didn't fall off a curb. I was pushed by circumstances.
Yeah.
I'm always fascinated in characters that I don't get the opportunity to speak their voice, and I find the most interesting characters are normally hidden under rocks and pushed into small corners of society where they don't often have their voice heard. So yeah, and I like to look into characters that don't normally get looked into.
It all comes down to I think. I totally agree with what everyone said here. And it all comes down to trying to give a voice to the voiceless, I guess, and try to humanize people that are often demonized.
A lot of my preparation is in my head, So what I do is I read the script once, and then what I do is I sit and I think about, I just think, a lot, and then it's quite, every process is different for every job, and I shot Lock, a film called Lock, about during over 5 days, the week before we started shooting Animal Rescue, and I came off Mad Max, so my preparation time was like about 30 minutes.
Drop was called Animal Rescue.
With Matthias, when the film was being made, we really got to know each other in the last couple of days, and so I never tipped my hand and never had a conversation with Mikhail about it at all either. I think Eric is the most tragic figure in the film, and he's the most tragic figure in the story, because even though he's the scariest and he's the most destructive, this is somebody who is quite aware that he is going insane, and he can't put his finger on his mind, and it's slipping away from him, and he knows it. And he's terrified of it.